KSAT 12. The news at 5:30 starts right now.
A man wanted for fraud in Michigan was killed here in a crash in Bexar County after leading deputies on a brief high-speed chase overnight.
The Bexar County Sheriff's Office also says deputies found drugs and stolen items in the hotel room where he was staying. Take a look. The crash happened around 12:30 this morning at the intersection of Enrique Barrera Highway and Callahan Road. Two patrol deputies saw a pickup truck driving in the opposite lanes of traffic with no headlights on. So they activated their emergency lights to try to stop that truck, but it sped up and took off. Turns out the driver was a 39-year-old man who had an active warrant for his arrest for fraud from Michigan. He died during the chase after being struck by another vehicle.
A man is behind bars after investigators connected it into a fatal rollover crash originally believed to be a single-car accident. The arrest warrant affidavit states 31-year-old John Reyes was taken into custody and charged with failure to stop and render aid. An anonymous witness told police the friend called them and admitted to being involved in the crash that happened on Saturday at I-37 and Steves Avenue. Police were able to identify Reyes based on screenshots that the witness shared. Reyes later confessed to police that he and some friends were drinking hours before the crash.
New details now in the shooting of Melissa Perez by San Antonio police. The family filed a wrongful death lawsuit against those three SAPD officers who have been charged with her murder. According to CNN, they say the lawsuit is also against the city of San Antonio. In it, they allege the city's police department's formal and informal policies were the moving force behind Perez's death. It also claims the department's policies relating to mental health and the mental health unit helped cause her death. The three officers were charged less than 24 hours after the shooting back on June 23rd. No injuries reported tonight after a second alarm fire at a trucking repair shop this afternoon. Take a look. Nearly 40 crews worked to put out that fire off of the I-10 frontage road. San Antonio Fire says it took that many units because of the extreme heat and the cause of the fire, which was a ruptured propane line. It took firefighters nearly an hour just to shut off those propane valves, and then it took another hour to put out the flames. Crews will be watching the area for any hot spots the rest of the day.
A teen walking along the Riverwalk last night was shot after allegedly refusing to hand over his phone and money to a would-be thief. It happened at 9:30 last night by the Central Library. San Antonio police say the man asked for the phone and money, and after the 17-year-old refused, he attempted to hit him with the small black handgun, causing him to fall. Police say the man then fired a single round at the teen before running away. The victim is being treated and is expected to be okay.
Now to that dangerous heat affecting nearly 40 million Americans across the country. Excessive heat warnings and advisories from Southern California all the way right here to Texas. The oppressive combination of heat and humidity impacting millions here in the South. ABC's Elwin Lopez with how people are coping with the severe weather while the East Coast is facing heavy rains and flooding.
An excruciating and potentially dangerous blast of summer weather hitting millions of Americans, with heat indices in the triple digits from coast to coast. 9 states are suffering with extreme temperatures, and more than 37 million people are living under heat alerts.
I can barbecue right here with nothing, no flames.
The Southwest is used to summer heat, but this stretch has been especially long and dangerous. Arizona and California are experiencing some of the hottest stretches of weather in history. In Phoenix, the thermometer has gone past 110 degrees for 9 straight days.
It's one of a kind. Arizona's heat is definitely its own monster.
And in parts of the California desert, temperatures could hit 120 degrees.
If I had elderly folks at home, obviously I would stay indoors and keep the AC on and probably not go out.
In Florida, an area known for its heat, records are being broken. WPLG's Trent Kelly is in Miami, where there has been a new record high 3 days in a row.
Here on South Beach, people have been crowding the shoreline to try and stay cool. In a region that's known for sweating it out, even these high temperatures have been hard to deal with.
Other parts of the Sunshine State, including Tallahassee, Orlando, and Fort Myers, also experiencing above average temperatures. Officials warning people to limit exposure to the sun and to drink water. In Oklahoma, water is the problem. Too much of it. Nearly 6 inches of rain left roads flooded and thousands without power. And more than 35 million Americans in the South and East Coast are on alert for the same kind of strong winds and heavy rain that hit Oklahoma. Elwin Lopez, ABC News, Atlanta.
Back here at home, a new mural at a church in Windcrest is meant to bring a sense of community and peace to that area. Take a look. Titled La Invitación, muralist Jane Madrigal started planning the work of art with the congregation of Crossroads Church back in 2020. They finally got approval from the Windcrest City Council last year, and it took them around 10 months to complete it. The mural depicts the biblical image of the Feast of God with portraits of diverse people of different ages and races eating at a table together while children play amongst the flowers in the foreground. Above the scene flies a dove carrying a banner displaying the word hope, a message the pastor shares with all of San Antonio.
A mural belongs to the community, not just us. We just hope that this is a message of encouragement and inspiration, that they would feel the invitation for themselves as well.
Another mural to add to the list to see here in town. That mural stands at 21 feet tall and 50 feet wide. You're able to see it by anyone who passes by that area.
President Biden expected to land in London around dinner time on the East Coast. The trip kicks off a critical week of meetings in Europe as he works to keep up support for Ukraine during the NATO summit. CNN's Tina Kim on the conversation about Ukraine joining NATO.
On the 500th day of Russia's war on Ukraine, President Biden headed to Europe to keep up his fight for Ukrainians on the diplomatic stage. Tuesday, he'll meet with fellow members of NATO, the Western alliance, helping Ukraine defend against the Russian invasion. The prime issue expected? Whether Ukraine can join NATO now. President Biden said the war-torn nation is not ready, should only join after the war has ended, and pointed out what it would mean when a NATO nation is at war.
If the war is going on, then we're all in the war. You know, we're in war with Russia, if that were the case. So I think we have to lay out a path, for the rational path, for Ukraine to be able to qualify to get into NATO.
The NATO summit in Lithuania will take place just days after President Biden approved cluster munitions for Ukraine's defense. The weapon is banned by more than 100 nations. Many of them belong to NATO. Cluster munitions send out dozens to hundreds of mini bombs, and the bomblets often do not detonate immediately. The duds pose a long-term risk to civilians who may come across them later. The U.S. greenlighting cluster munitions has won praise from some Biden critics, like Republican Congressman Mike McCall.
They are highly effective, and particularly hitting flanks of troops inside of Ukraine. They would be a game changer in the counteroffensive, and I'm really pleased the administration has finally agreed to do this.
I'm Tina Kim reporting.
Still to come on the news at 5:30, a new mural up in Dallas-Fort Worth area celebrates the history of Rosie the Riveter in North Texas. Special guest who attended the unveiling when we come back.
The Vintage Flying Museum and the Fort Worth Rose Society unveiled a new Rosie the Riveter mural. The Rosie Memorial Rose Garden honors World War II's Rosie workers who worked on the home front in North Texas. One of the original Riveters, Grace Brown, attended the mural unveiling. Brown, who is now 101 years old, once helped construct aircrafts while men were at war. The Memorial Garden and Museum is now open for everyone to enjoy. Pretty cool.
Yeah, that is pretty special. All right, back here at home in South Central Texas, this is the scene outside. Plenty of sunshine and blue skies with only a very few clouds right now here in San Antonio. It has been another hot day. We have managed to hit the triple-digit mark yet again here in town, and get used to it because that is going to be the theme all the way through the upcoming week. High pressure is going to strengthen, become the main driver of our weather pattern. So yes, daily chances to still climb into the triple digits expected, and unfortunately, no organized notable rain chances to talk about. We'll get you a look at that forecast after the break.
Perhaps I slept in too long today, but even this morning walking the dog, it was hot.
Yeah, you can't get away from it at this point.
Nope, and that's going to be the theme this week. Wish we had better news. I really do. It was muggy out there this morning. We've got the humidity in place as well. So when you combine that, especially with the sunshine into the afternoon hours, that is a recipe for a hot day and into the weekend across South Central Texas. Let's take you outside. and look at those current conditions. 99 right now in Gonzales, but that yellow number right next to the white number, that's the feels like temperature. So it feels like 106 out there in Gonzales. Here in San Antonio, we have once again been able to hit that triple-digit mark this afternoon, feeling like 106 over at the airport. 107 is that feels like temperature in Rio Medina. Currently feels like 110 degrees just off to our northwest in Bandera. So another day to definitely keep the water bottle handy. And like yesterday, it is not just us experiencing this heat. 99 in Waco, 102 right now in San Angelo. El Paso checking in at 105 degrees. But take a look at far northern Texas, stretching up into the Panhandle. It's actually 75 right now in Amarillo. There's a little stationary front that separates us from them. 70s and 80s near the Red River. 89 right now in Dallas. That front stretches up to our northeast as well. Even some severe weather across the East Coast this Sunday evening, and some additional scattered rain pushing across the deep south for our lucky neighbors off to our east. But for us here in San Antonio and South Central Texas, it is dry out there, all thanks to this high pressure system that is still controlling our weather pattern. And watch what happens as we zoom this out and advance this on in time over the next few days. That high pressure system is still going to dominate our weather pattern here in Texas. It actually is expected to strengthen a little bit, which is why that triple-digit trend is expected to continue pretty much each afternoon, maybe even seeing daytime highs build by a degree or two before the work week is over. So 102 possible as early as tomorrow afternoon. That continues through Wednesday, maybe even 103 degrees by Thursday and into Friday, and then into the afternoon hours with a little bit of moisture still in place. We also have to talk about those heat index values, upwards of about 105 to even 110 degrees at times. So yes, sunscreen, take it easy out there in the heat. Definitely stay hydrated. Until then, you'll want to do the same here this evening if you're stepping out for any Sunday evening plans. Still upper 90s by 7 p.m., slowly falling into the low 90s under clear to mostly clear skies here in town by 9 p.m. Eventually upper 80s expected later on tonight. By wake up time tomorrow morning, mid to upper 70s expected. Another muggy start, very similar to what we've seen the past few mornings here in San Antonio. A few morning clouds once again possible thanks to that moisture in the air, but plenty of sunshine is expected through the lunchtime hour. Those temperatures climbing into the low 90s, and then into the afternoon, a forecast high around 101 to 102 degrees here in town. 100 in Bulverde, 102 in Pleasanton, 100 over there in Utopia. And of course, with the moisture in place, those feels like temperatures are expected to top off near about 105 here in Bexar County, a little bit hotter the farther south and west that you go. And as we were talking about earlier, unfortunately, no notable rain chances in sight, not really a whole lot of relief. So buckle up because we are in this for the long haul, guys.
Yeah, and when you buckle up, don't burn your hand.
True.
So many numbers. So many numbers. All right, it is game day once again for the Spurs in our young #1 draft pick.
That's right. Yeah, we need to see some numbers maybe from Victor Wembanyama here. That's right. The Spurs taking the court tonight. Again, we're live in Las Vegas with a preview of Victor Wembanyama's second game in silver and black. And speaking of Spurs legends, maybe a future Spurs legend there, Wemby, Tony Parker here. Got to hang out with some diehard fans today here in San Antonio. We caught up with Tony to talk more Wemby. Sports is coming up next.
Two steals for De La Cruz.
Still got to get the that's all right.
And now De La Cruz is coming home. Miguel lost sight of him.
You blink and you miss it. A Cincinnati Reds player stole second, third, and home, all in the same inning. But first, it's Spurs game day. If you didn't happen to see what happened Saturday, you sure missed a bunch. First, Coach Pop got a new deal to be the Spurs head coach for years to come. According to ESPN, Coach Pop made a deal to be the Spurs coach for another 5 years, and it's worth $80 million. And then last night, the NBA announced a new tournament that will happen during the start of the regular season. It's called the NBA Cup. 6 groups, 5 teams each, tournament style. The players from the last team standing get $500,000 each. Bad news is the game will be played in Las Vegas, so we'll see who actually comes back from that championship game with all that money in December. All right, but first, we got Spurs Summer League action going on tonight. For more on tonight's game, Wemby's second as a San Antonio Spur, we go to Las Vegas to our very own Larry Ramirez.
Hey, RJ, you know what? That is quite the payout for that tournament, isn't it? So Wemby had a very busy Saturday here in Las Vegas, attending NBA Con, where he was a featured guest. And on top of that, he got to hang out with current and former NBA players, including Hall of Famer Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. What a thrill that had to be for Wemby. And now tonight it's back to work for Victor and his Summer League teammates here at the Thomas & Mack Center. Friday night, Wembanyama made his NBA and Summer League debut in front of a sold-out crowd. He started off the first quarter shooting 1 for 4, and he gave the crowd a huge thrill with this bucket and foul some 3 minutes into the contest. The Spurs and Hornets had less time to warm up than usual because the game before them went long. Victor shot 2 for 13 overall for the game, and as a team, the Spurs made 27 of 81 shots for just 33.3%. Did jitters contribute to Victor's off-night shooting?
Obviously, it's a special setting. You know, we don't got much time to warm up, and yeah, I think it wasn't as a team. I think we could. It wasn't our best shooting game. That's true, but yeah, it's Summer League. We gotta adapt. You know, it's just the way it is.
Used to the speed. The Hornets barely shot 30% in that game, so both teams clearly struggled. Okay, the Summer League Spurs are now 3-0 overall. That's 2-0 in Cali without Wemby, and 1-0 in Vegas with the overall #1 draft pick. Julian Champagnie was asked, how do things change with Wemby in the lineup?
I mean, obviously, I think we get like another 2 feet of height all around. But obviously, his defensive presence is massive. You know, he's 7'5", 7'3", or whatever he is. It's kind of hard to go around that. So a lot of times, you know, the defensive end, he kind of helps us a lot. So that's definitely been the biggest difference so far offensively. You know, now we got to just continue to get in our rhythm as a unit. But I think today, you know, we won the game, so we're getting there. Strides in the right direction.
The Spurs will play the Portland Trail Blazers tonight at 7 here at the Thomas & Mack Center. Of course, we will have highlights and post-game live tonight on Instant Replay. Our last night covering the Summer League Spurs. RJ, back to you.
All right, thanks, Larry. We will look forward to that tonight on Instant Replay. Well, from one French star to another, Tony Parker knows a thing or two about being in the spotlight, and earlier today, he was one of the celebrities at the Superhero Car Show and Comic-Con at the Freeman Coliseum Expo Hall. Tony was there to meet with fans, take photos, and sign autographs. So Parker splits his time between France and San Antonio and has actually known Victor Wembanyama and his family for years. We caught up with TP and asked him about Wemby finally being a Spur.
I'm just happy for him because he wanted to be here, and it's funny because when the Spurs got the #1 pick, he posted that picture, you know, with my jersey growing up, and when he was playing for my team in Nashville, he never showed me that picture. The first time I saw it is when he put it on social media, so it was pretty cool. I guess it was destiny for him to be drafted by the Spurs.
Said that Victor actually helped his French team win a championship. We also asked Tony about all the hype and expectations surrounding the Spurs rookie.
I've been following him for a long time, and he's going to have an unbelievable career. I know he's got very high expectation for himself. I just think sometimes the expectation right now, they're unrealistic sometimes, you know. But you know, he's going to definitely change the game. We never saw that before, having a guy at 7'5" and having all those skills. I just really hope that people will be patient, you know, because it's going to take some time.
Coming up tonight on Instant Replay, more from TP. We asked him about Coach Popovich's extension and whether Parker is ready to be inducted into the Pro Basketball Hall of Fame. Make sure to catch that tonight. All right, moving on to this. Now, check this out. It was all tied up during the top of the 7th between the Brewers and Reds yesterday afternoon. Reds rookie Elly De La Cruz able to get an RBI single to put his team up 6-5. Then De La Cruz goes on to steal not just second base, then just not third base, but then he also is able to steal home as well. That would put the Reds up 7-5, and they would go on to win the game. Those 3 stolen bases are De La Cruz's 14th, 15th, and 16th steals of the season. KSAT 12 will be right back.
That's all of our time. Thanks so much for watching us. I hope to see you back here for more news tonight on the Nation.
Try to stay cool out there. We'll see you at 10. Have a good night.